Oh,
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh my god.
Let us know if you can hear us now.
That's
another big intro. Like
that is
heard, I'm tiny.
That is classic. That is classic me, mate. Just the audio's off, for God's sake. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guys. What I was saying was, what is up? Good to see everybody.
No audio, is that?
It's alright. No, the audio's back. It's like outdated. It's a couple.
It's outdated.
It's a minute out. Sorry, guys. That's just classic me being muted and stuff. What I was saying was, I said hello to everybody. I read everybody's name in the chat. I said it's good to see you all. And then I said it's good to have Cam's back again. And then I said,
it's just Cam. It's just,
it's just that boy there. And then I said, every now and then the camera might like stutter a little bit. I don't know why, but I think I've sorted it out. That's what I was saying. It's good to see you guys again. Sorry about the classic me with the mic off. That's just what I do, apparently.
AC, it says, how are you doing?
Oh, we both have the chat up. That's quite clever. That's quite clever. I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? How are you doing? I just can't believe I just didn't have the audio on. For God's sake. It's because I muted it on the starting soon bit. And then for some reason it carried over there. I don't know. Anyway, though, we're here.
Over the technical difficulties now.
So, I want to let everybody into what the plan is today. So, you don't really know the full plan, do you? Because I thought I'd leave it even a little bit of a mystery for Cam. So, the idea is, obviously, you know, with the title and thumbnail and everything, we've got a little video to watch. It's one of Jonathan's Instagram stories. Jonathan is the guy who's leaked Assassin's Creed Mirage in the past.
It's not the one where you had the volume up full.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that one from a past stream, yeah. Yeah, he's the guy who's leaked stuff in the past. So, we will get to that, though. We're going to get to that. We're going to do a lot today.
And a bonsoir from the best gaming otter.
Hell yeah. Let's freaking go right now. That's a sick name.
Bruh.
So, I feel like today we can look at the leak. The leak. I'm just going to go leak. Anyway, we're going to look at that. You'll have to see. You'll have to see what this means, and you're all going to laugh at me, and I hope nobody gets angry. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. We're all going to have a laugh. Also, I will tell you guys right now, and I wasn't trying to make it look like the thing. Anyway, in the thumbnail, that's just a thumbnail. That's not the map that was leaked or anything. That's literally just a thumbnail, and I got that map off the internet. That's not the leak, okay? I'm just saying that now. It's completely different. I just didn't know what to use for a thumbnail, and that's what I used. That's what I'll say now. But as I said, do you know what? We will just watch it straight away because I feel bad like making people wait. You know, I feel bad making people wait, especially because well, guys, let me say, I prefaced in the title. Don't get your hopes up. I did say that, alright? I did say that. Cam, are you ready to see this?
Yeah, let's go.
Also, before I show it, we have a new addition to the live stream. We have a new addition to the live stream, a completely new feature. Cam,
upgrade.
Would you do the honours of pushing... Let me just double check the sound is on for this before it happens. Yeah, would you do the honours of pressing...
Why don't I just press a random one?
No, I want you to press that one.
I'm gonna be rude.
No, Cam, please.
I want to press another.
No, it's the funniest one. We have to push it again, yeah. So you have to push it once, and then you have to push it to turn it off, otherwise it'll keep playing. And then Anyway, before we pray more, we now have sound bites, so I thought that would be a really good addition to the live stream. So now if something's just a little bit like sus that we react to, we can do this.
Bruh.
Or if we're feeling saucy, we can do this.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
And we got a few other things that we'll keep a mystery for now. You can have a play with it, see what comes out later. But that's that. And guys, let me know if the audio played alright. I just wanna.
AC has a driving exam tomorrow, and he's stressed.
Driving.
Let's go.
Is it the practical? Are you gonna be passing the test? Are you gonna get your license after this?
Yeah,
if you do,
bro, come on.
Good luck, my friend. Good luck. I hope it.
Going.
I'm sure you'll smash it, mate. It'll be great. And you won't smash the car, but you'll smash it metaphorically, you know.
You'll pass with flying colours.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna get this clip ready. I'm gonna share the screen as I usually do, or whatever you want to call it. I'll flick to the react screen. Now, again, guys, I have to preface this. Don't get your hopes up. We're gonna have a laugh. Don't get angry. We're gonna have a laugh.
Don't rage.
Also,
Bruh.
Okay, ready? Let me go here and here.
Bro, just show us. Oh, they're already raging.
Okay, you ready, guys? Are you ready for this?
Hungry for it.
So, this is the new Mirage. Leak.
Hey,
I'm so
leak
scared.
that,
I'm
leak
so
that.
scared that everyone's going to get angry at me. This is ripped straight from Jonathan's Instagram story. I screen recorded it. I was sent it by a subscriber, actually. And I thought, this is funny. I can't really make a video about it, but I can do a stream about it. So here we go. Wait, let me just double check the audio is fine. Oh, sorry.
I'm getting ready.
I'm just making sure that the audio is going to be fine. How am I going to check that? Can play a normal audio?
Bruh.
Okay, we're fine.
Is that off? Yeah.
Did you push it twice?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Press it again? Yeah, because otherwise, as I said, it keeps playing. Okay, guys, are you ready? Guys, please don't get angry at me.
Les gars, je suis actuellement chez ma sœur et j'ai mon neveu, il est en train de dessiner comme une map. Là, je sais pas, je vais lui demander ce que c'est. Eh, Soussou, tu dessines quoi?
Oh.
Bruh.
No, it's
La map
the
de Mirage,
map.
fais voir. Et
the
comment tu
Mirage
la
map.
connais?
Bruh.
Je la connais parce que je l'ai vue.
T'as vu la map de Mirage?
Oui.
Mais c'est incroyable.
Bro, it's the Mirage
merci.
map.
Je connais le jeu.
It's the
Tu connais le
Mirage
jeu?
map.
Eh bah merci mec. Bon bah voilà les gars, apparemment leak de la map de Mirage, hein. Merci mon gars.
Oh, no, not right, but leak,
Les
it
gars,
sounds
je suis
like Mirage map. Guys, I did say, don't get your hopes up. I did say. Now, I don't know what to say about it. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, okay, we're going to make a video. No, we're not going to make a video about it because it's obviously I couldn't do that. That would be awful. But I thought it would be funny to trick my boy Cam here and be like, we're going to do a leak. And that's
I mean,
that's
I saw
kind of
some
what it
French
was.
writing and I thought,
Sus.
well, I knew what's going on.
You heard the French writing and you were like,
Bruh.
so guys, that was the leak. So technically it's not a leak. But one thing I will say,
I mean, so many people were like, drew the map of Baghdad, it was original.
One thing I will say is, obviously we know what Baghdad looks like because we know what the ancient map looks like because we've seen it in real life. But Jonathan, if he has actually got a build of the game, maybe he actually paused the game, went to the map, and then drew it. Like, maybe it technically is a leak. Maybe he drew it, like, perfectly how it looks on the actual map. Or maybe that's, like, a bit of, like, I'm reaching there. But, you know, it's possible.
It's not unheard of.
Because imagine I personally think that he has he just has, like, some footage of the gameplay that they're going to show in June. Maybe he just has that. But if he fully does have like a build of the game, which I don't think he does, but if he does, or maybe even with the build footage he has, maybe they go to the map. Maybe he watched it and he literally drew it, albeit badly, and pretended it was his sons or his brothers or whatever.
Nephew.
Is that what it
his
is?
grandfathers.
Yeah, Hatham and Edward. Anyway, maybe he drew it out. I don't know. That's me trying to get a serious thing out of it. But you know, I did say don't get your hopes up. I did say that. I just thought it'd be funny. And
Incroyable is French for incredible. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Jonathan said the map looks incredible.
Was he in his? I'm guessing in the tone of his voice, he was like. Yeah, like it looks, like being like kind of like sarcastic, jokey.
It's looking incredible, bruh.
But you know what I have to say about that leak? Bro, you're wearing my glasses right now. They kind of suit you, not gonna lie. They kind of suit you.
I just want to watch something.
I have that.
That's what the live stream is in the movie.
Ready?
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
That's Ezio when he goes to the brothel.
Tomato.
You have to let it play, otherwise it cuts it off by pushing it again. We're
Tomato.
Tomato, mate. We love that. If you're in on the inside joke from last stream or the stream before, then you know the joke. Also, we have, I think it's here. Oh no, not that one. Not that one.
It's very Baghdadi.
It's very Baghdadi. We love that. Okay, so there's a lot that we're gonna actually get into today. We got a few things planned, so don't worry. It's not like we're gonna do that and then leave. It's not like a big joke. John DeWorm says, by the looks of it, at least it's a lot smaller. So that sounds awesome. Yeah, Yeah, because obviously,
Mate,
Cam, what?
the amount of time that I've spent like going across the map of Unity.
Mate, Unity's was way smaller than the most recent games. When they say a lot smaller, they mean like the whole of Greece or the whole of England in Odyssey and Valhalla. Like they mean a massive world, because and this is the thing. I've said this before, but like massive worlds in games, that's completely fine. Like it's not like everyone who wants a smaller Assassin's Creed game has an issue with it. It's not that. It's the reason a lot of people have not everybody, but a lot of people have an issue with the massive open worlds in the most recent Assassin's Creed games is because they'll make the massive open worlds, but there just won't be anything of any points of interest there, anything to really
between the different points.
Yeah, you know, like in a game, I'm playing. It's a completely different type of open world, but I'm playing Jedi Survivor at the moment. What you saw me playing earlier, and yeah, it's like a semi-open world game, but like the main planet is kind of an open world. Again, a little bit different, but you can run around, find lots of different things to do. It's engaging, you know, it's fun. You don't know what you're gonna find, and that's part of fun of a big open world. The Witcher 3. Being, I guess, the most similar open world to the most recent Assassin's Creed games is, you know, that world in The Witcher 3, again, was jam-packed with different things to do, different secrets to find and explore, and it was like a treat, you know, it was like a, treat, I can't think of another word, going off and exploring, and you didn't know what you're going to find, and that was the whole fun of it, whereas, you know, with the most recent games, you know, it was more... You could do it once you've done a few things like bandit camps or this or one cave, which is just kind of a reskin of a bandit camp, or fetch quest, whatever. You kind of got an idea. Okay, this is what the open world is. And when you would go from one main quest to another, and it was miles and miles and miles away in Odyssey, you'd get on your big ship, you'd sail from one island to the other. There would be nothing to do in the world, and you'd just literally kind of be going in a straight line for ages. And Valhalla didn't do it as bad as Odyssey, because obviously there was no massive oceans, but it even had that to an extent in Valhalla as well, and it's like, what's there, I'm not saying is all bad, but if you could put it into a smaller open world, it would be more condensed, and it'd be better digestible, you know? That's kind of how I see it. So when people say they want smaller open worlds, a bit more like Unity or the older games, it's because you know then there's going to be a lot to do in that smaller open world, less sort of empty open spaces.
More action-packed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, I love Red Dead Redemption 2, but certain parts of the map, when you're going from one major event to another, like especially near the bottom, if you're going between one big city and the other, it's Saint Denis and Whitehorse, I think, I can't remember. But that gap between there's almost nothing to do. Like, you're just going through forests.
Really? I mean, but the thing with Red Dead 2 is, like, even though there might be sections like that, you know, it's still constructed in a different way, where it's like, I mean, I haven't played as much Red Dead. You will know better than me with Red Dead, but I've played it, but nowhere near as much as you. Am I right in thinking the open world in something like Red Dead, they might have some open empty spaces, but does it kind of force you to go that direction a lot? Does it force you through that direction between all different missions? Probably not, right?
Not really.
Yeah, whereas the thing with Odyssey is, you know, you'll have one quest, you'll finish it, and then it will say, okay, now your next quest is like 10,000 meters away on a completely different island, so you have to go through the same section of the ocean and lands on your horse that you've done a million times. You've got to do it again, and you know everything that is or isn't there, and you know it's like that. Whereas when you have a more interesting big open world with different things, you might get distracted and go off and do this and do that, and I suppose that's the difference, really.
Red Dead does it quite well of like sprinkling in certain stuff, like certain little things when you're moving around. It's the same with Far Cry. Like, Far Cry open worlds are quite good at, like...
I think people will have not an issue with that, but they might disagree with you, because obviously Far Cry being is made in the same... Nowadays, is kind of made in the same format as the new Assassin's Creeds, because it's the same developers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have the same sort of issue with the most recent Far Cry.
I've not played any of the, like, more recent ones.
Yeah, like the older ones, like Far Cry 3 and stuff was
Far Cry 4's, like... Or 5 might be the last one that I played.
I think I don't even know what the new one is. 6. I'm just gonna move my mic. My mic lead is tangled, and I can't stretch it far enough. So I'm just gonna weave it out so I've got some more room with it, and then Cam could get to the mic better and stuff. What am I doing here?
Saying, Best Gaming Artist says Jonathan is in his sister's house.
There we go.
Seeing his nephew drawing the map of the game.
Oh, it's his
asking
nephew.
him what he is doing and how he knows it. The nephew is saying he's drawing the map of the game because he's seen it.
It's because he's seen the game.
Yeah.
So technically, he's doing the thing where he's trying to tease us again. He's trying to say we've all seen this game. Whether he's telling the truth or not, I don't know. Obviously, I do 100% feel that the gameplay we saw is gameplay. There's so many people in the comments saying it's obviously Origins, or even some of them are saying it's obviously Unity, and it's yeah, but can you match up in the in-game world with the older games? Can you match up that building, those trees? I don't think you can, and I've tried to do it behind the scenes, and I haven't been able to do it. Also, there's cloth physics in the gameplay that we saw. Valhalla didn't have cloth physics, so it can't be Valhalla. But it can't be Origins because the running animation is identical to Valhalla. But the running animation in Origins was, albeit similar, but it was very much more floaty. So it can't be Origins either. It's clearly not Unity because it's in a sandy area with palm trees. Again, the animations are still different as well. So it is Mirage, and people don't. A lot of people don't realize that. If you look through the comments, we could have a look actually. If I keep the chat up, if you go to my channel, sorry.
And then you're barking orders.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to be a dick. I'm sorry.
Where am I going?
If you head to Shorts, the Shorts tab is and then go on the Baghdad, the Mirage gameplay. Scroll down, the middle one there. Yeah. If you have a look at the comments, there's so many people saying this is not true.
This looks like Origins. Ever since Odyssey came out, I've just been on and off at a toxic relationship with AC.
But yeah,
holy shit, it looks like Unity. A few people say it looks legit, but Unity, Syndicate.
But it's not. It's some people saying Syndicate. It's
Valhalla.
Was that
Valhalla with Altair outfit?
Yeah, it's just. I think I understand it from people that have barely played the games, or they just don't know as much as I do and guys watching do. You might think, oh yeah, it's just Valhalla, but then if you know that Valhalla doesn't have cloth physics and you see cloth physics, then you realise. So it is Mirage.
I like the compact cities that are filled with interesting locations like AC1 to Syndicate, especially Unity / Syndicate, and this map leak does look like that might be a thing in Mirage.
So you're saying, the more compact cities, and that's what I've always liked about the older games as well. I don't think I never saw it as that's why I like Assassin's Creed when I was younger, because to me, it was just everything about it. But then obviously when it started to move to more countryside places like big open areas, that's when I started to miss the bigger cities. And I thought, well, it was just a thing Assassin's Creed did. It was in a city, or you travel between cities. And the only countryside you'd really have in the older games was just another way of travelling to the next city. And in AC2, there was a whole countryside section. You barely touched it once you'd found the city for the first time. Then you just fast travel. And then there was a place called the Kingdom in AC1, which had a bit more to do. And there was stuff to do, but it was more like finding collectibles and stuff like that. But you wouldn't really go there. It wasn't what made AC as open world good. It was the cities.
I'm a bit biased, but I still think Revelations is such a strong map.
The map, I agree. I agree with you because I'm slightly biased because everything. That is my favorite game, but I feel like Constantinople is a very strong map. I'm just gonna read chat real quick, 'cause I feel like I'm missing out what people are saying.
We're down to the next comment by the best Otter Gaming. Actually, the size of the map is more in vein of the older episodes, small, condensed, but very detailed.
Actually, the size of the map is more in vein of the older episodes. Yeah, I guess you mean I'm guessing you're talking about what we were just saying, pretty much.
Yeah. Instead of being huge and kind of like some open world games that are huge, like they don't pour as much effort into areas, you don't travel that much, but when you come across them, they kind of look a bit more dull, where it's kind of better to have condensed map but have it like high detail.
I mean, yeah, there's developers that do it good. You know, you can do a small world with lots of things to do and do it great, and you can do the opposite. You can do a massive world with lots of things to do great. As I said, I still think Red Dead 2's open world is probably a great example.
Yeah, super strong. As
well as The Witcher 3 and Skyrim, which is such an old game now, but it still holds up with its open world design. But then you do, and one thing I've noticed is a lot of games these days, like they can go one way or the other. They can be really strong, or they can be what?
Look at that one.
I'm thinking, where are we looking?
Is there an Etsu somewhere?
Oh, I was going to read that. Yeah. Requiescim pace. No, I don't have that sound bite yet, but if you guys want it, I can get it.
It's got to be the added one.
All I have from Ezio is this one.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
And this
I
one.
may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
And succor. And that's the Ezio ones we've got. We've got press a random on Cam, see what comes up. The top ones we've already heard.
We've heard these ones, haven't we?
No, that one's... we've got one free. That's a free button.
Can't remember what's in the
Tomato.
Love that. What else we got?
Bruh.
Got that.
It's very
Baghdadi.
Baghdadi.
There's one we haven't done yet. There's one we haven't done, but you can't find the button.
Your sister seemed...
No. The two right ones are Ezio.
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
My favourite one, that is.
Tomato.
You're pressing every button but the one.
Oh, come on, geezer.
It's from a nonce catching video. He's like, you were talking to a 13-year-old girl. Oh, come on, geezer. He goes.
Come on, geezer.
Yeah, it's weird. I was watching it the other
Bruh.
day. I thought it would be a funny soundbite. Alright, I'm just going to read through the chat, see if there's anything I missed before we move on to the main stuff. My introduction to the series was Far Cry 3. Oh, when we were talking about Far Cry. Yeah. Same for me. I loved Far Cry 3. I mean, when did it come out?
the glider, bro. That was like one of my favourite moments.
Yeah, was it 2012 it came out?
Ooh, it might have been earlier, to be fair.
No, I think it was 2012 or 2013.
Because it was Xbox 360 release, wasn't it? It didn't make it onto...
Yeah, I played it on PS3. But
it didn't make it onto, like, PS4 or PS...
No, it was like, old gen, yeah.
Far Cry 3.
I think it was like 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Was it? Yeah.
Mate, think about all the things that we got in 2012.
We had some good games in 2012.
Far Cry 3, we got Black Ops 2.
I think we got Borderlands
We got
well.
Borderlands.
I think.
Yeah.
No, not the first one, though. I think we got the second one in 2012. I can't remember.
Possibly. And we also got GTA that year.
No, it was 2013.
Was it?
That was October 2013.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it was. Yeah, it was September 2013. The online came out in October 2013.
Oh, yeah, because they've been celebrating the 10 years recently, haven't they?
Have they?
I'm pretty sure.
Bro, it is time for GTA 6, man. I do think they're going
to...
Yeah. I feel like they actually are going to release a teaser trailer for GTA 6 in the summer. Yeah. I don't know, I get a feeling like they are, and there's been a few leaks here and there. Obviously, the alpha footage leaks, but I mean, I do feel like they're gearing up to
Yeah, we did get Borderlands 2 in 2012.
I thought so.
Same with Mass Effect 3 and Dishonored.
Oh shit, Mass Effect 3. Dishonored is... I love Dishonored.
Dishonored's so good.
Oh, did you play it?
It's crazy. I've played like the first one and a bit of the second one, but not as much.
First one's great.
We got Assassin's Creed 3 in 2012.
Ooh, yeah, I liked AC3. A lot of people didn't, but that's the same with every AC game. There's going to be people that love it and people that hate it. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the older ones, but I still liked it.
Still Dishonored.
Oh shit! Brandon says Elder Scrolls Online has a massive map. You get to explore all over Tamriel. Yeah, I've played a shit ton of ESO. I haven't played it in like 2 years or something, but in COVID, I played it like every day. I was putting like probably like 5-6 hours a day into ESO.
I remember when that came out.
It was 2012.
Yeah. And they had. Do you remember? A lot of cinemas got the like cardboard cutout.
Wait, I think ESO was 2013. Sorry.
Either way, the cinemas, like, I remember they had, like, the cardboard cutouts.
That would be Skyrim, probably.
I'm pretty sure
if it was the Dragonborn and he had the helmet, right, and he's going like that. Because I feel like that's what they would have done for that.
I think unless they brought out the same cardboard cutout twice.
Well, yeah. So Elder Scrolls.
I remember, like.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Unless I'm confusing them, who knows? Anyway,
who knows? Probably, I would be surprised.
Quite a cool thing. Like, why didn't they do that anymore in cinemas?
Yeah, I mean GTA 5. I bet they'll do like so much marketing.
GTA 5.
GTA 6. Did I say that?
Yeah, you said 5.
I thought I just said GTA.
Imagine when they do it for Assassin's Creed, like the next one.
Mirage.
Yeah, Mirage.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they, every time like big new games comes out, sometimes you see them on like buses. Like they have the little billboard section on the side of the bus. I wouldn't be surprised if we see like Basim with the hidden blade in that picture, on the bus.
Elder Scrolls Online was the ring, wasn't it? It was
the Ouroboros. Yeah, I think it was called. I
remember that releasing and being in Sainsbury's.
Oh, really?
They had it in they had each one in those weird security cases that would like flip open on the top, and it was like plastic, and it had the security.
The game
on the top, the game.
Yeah, I remember that. It's like the protective case so you can't steal it.
Yeah.
And I used to work, guys. I used to work in Sainsbury's when I was like 16. So like what, 7 years ago or something. 6 years ago. And I used to have to open those all the time. For those of you that aren't from England, Sainsbury's is just like a supermarket, big supermarket, or a grocery store. And I used to have to take those like magnetic seal case things off as well. I don't know why I'm doing this. It wasn't like that, but you'd like push it in, you'd clip it down. Anyway, let me read what the guys are saying.
It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, like they cover it up.
That's not.
You can't even see it on the thing. But anyway, Assassin's Creed Shorts, nice to see you. It says he's just popping in.
Mate, that's a hell of a photo, bro. That's literally.
Bro, I had that. I had that box set when I was younger. Yeah.
Mate, yeah.
Ghost Warrior 38, nice to see you. Thanks to the one Tamriel update. Prior to that wasn't the case. I mean, yes, there was individual DLCs that are covered lands. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even the whole of Tamriel is still not completely finished or unlocked or whatever you want to call it in ESO. I don't think there's still a few sections. But it's like most of it now. Brandon says GTA 6 is going to be insane. Fingers crossed that it makes over $2 billion in a single day. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's going to break all the records. It's going to be the best-selling game of all time. Come on, it's GTA 6. You know what I mean?
I'm completely lost. Oh, there we go. You're reading the second.
I'm at the bottom. I'm at Brandon's bottom comment.
Yeah. Do
you want to read it?
Brandon says, British power metal band Dragon Force has a song called The Last Dragonborn off of their recent album Extreme Power Metal. They have even released a music video for it.
Oh, sick. Is it like
Shout out metal, bro.
Listen, if copyright wasn't a thing, we'd react to that right now. But even if you watch it on mute, that there's a risk of just getting flagged down. And not that it's gonna make any difference because I don't make money off this really, but I don't want it to like negatively affect my channel.
On the theme of metal, should we show him the t-shirt you bought today?
Yeah, wait, show him yours first. Show him your t-shirt. So my boy Cam right here has got a I mean, it's reversed on the camera, but he's got a Metallica
look at that
t-shirt. And then I was inspired by that, and I went into a thrift store. I went into a charity shop earlier.
Do you want to lift it?
Nah, show him.
That's
okay, I'll do it.
Size.
I bought myself, in a charity shop, Metallica with the Muppets on, mate. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at it. Master of Muppets, it says. Anyway.
Master of Muppets, they're pulling
Shall I put it down here, or do you want to put it back out?
I don't mind.
I'll just put it there. This easier just to put it there. Okay, so guys, our main thing today is, this is gonna be quite chill, like we're gonna talk about AC stuff, and then later, me and Cam, we want to do some more AI stuff as well, because we all love that, don't we? We all love that, and stuff like that. But that will come. This is chill. So, first, well, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you want me to talk about Mirage stuff for me and Cam? Do you want us to talk about AC as a whole? I feel like we've got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
And I remember earlier on, I was saying something, but now I'm starting to kind of forget what I was saying because I feel like we started talking about something else, and it was about the open world stuff.
You're losing the plot.
No, it's just about the open world stuff, but I'm not sure.
We were just talking about like our favorite open world games, basically. How many Far Cry's have you actually played?
One thing I'll say, can we pause it on there just because it might slow down the stream? That's right, might slow down the stream. How many Far Cry's have I played? I think only. I've never been a massive fan of Far Cry. I played 3 when I was younger. I played when I was really young. I played Far Cry 2. I think that's it. I think that's it. I played a bit of Far Cry 4, but I never fully got into it.
Yeah, it's a good game to get into. Do you think, from V Master Assassin, do you think AC Mirage will save the franchise?
Well, I mean, if it's done well, then yeah. It's hard to say because saving a franchise is Let's think about this, right? Bethesda Game Studios, the developers of the Elder Scrolls, they were going pretty much bankrupt back in the day, right? They didn't know. They thought that they were going to fully go bankrupt, and then I'll pass it back to you. I just feel like when I'm looking at the camera, the voice is going to go away, you know. But they were going to go bankrupt, and then they released Morrowind. They were like, you know what? We're going to go bankrupt. We might as well make a good game. Yeah. Hopefully it will do well. Who knows? They make Morrowind. It goes crazy. It saves them. That saves not the franchise, but it saves the company. And then obviously from there, I'm sure passion led them to carry on making games in that series, but it was also financial stuff. It was like, okay, we're going to keep making games like that. So there's somebody like that to look at. Then if you look at Ubisoft, you know, in their mind, the franchise doesn't probably need saving. In their mind, they may, you know, that was like a news article a while ago saying that Valhalla was the most successful Assassin's Creed game of all time, sales-wise. So, sorry. So it's to them, why would they need to really change things up? So what I think Mirage is more like, it's kind of maybe it's an experiment to see if it actually does get a better reception than something like Valhalla because it's more to do with the assassins. It's more like the older games to maybe test the waters to see if that old fan base, as vocal as they seem to be, will they actually buy the game? Will what people say come into practice, I suppose, when they say the older games were better? As well as that, I feel like originally it was meant to be a DLC for Valhalla. It ended up becoming a fully fledged game as the development process went along. So, you know, because it was a smaller thing, I feel like they had more. To them, they had more sort of what's the word? I don't know the word. They had like more leeway within the company maybe to be like, okay, well we can make a game a bit like the older ones and see, because it was a smaller thing, less development time, stuff like that. And obviously we know AC Infinity, the live service, which is going to host all future games. I mean, there have been rumours that Mirage will be the first game, but I'm not too sure. We don't know if that's the case yet or not really. So for the sake of what we already know, let's just say the game after Mirage, Codename Red, is going to be the first on the Infinity service and etc. We know Codename Red is going to be less of a traditional AC like Mirage is saying it's going to be. It's going to be a little bit more like the RPG stuff, and we've been told that it is going to be in the RPG style. So the way I see it to them is it all banks on whether AC Mirage is good at the end of the day, I think now, because if it performs amazingly, sells so well, does really good, they're going to be like, shit, well, we need to make more like the older games. They were right. People like me were right. Yeah. And then they will, and then technically, maybe it will save the franchise because, or the way we see it, it might save the franchise because then we'll get more like kind of what we liked in the first place. But if the writing kind of just completely misunderstands what Assassin's Creed was built upon and doesn't really go into that stuff, and it just kind of has the aesthetic of an Assassin's Creed game and that's kind of it, then, you know, the older fans like myself are going to see that and they're just not going to be as interested as the older games, in which case, you know, who are you appealing to? You've let the older fans down, and then the newer fans that like the RPG stuff aren't getting that either. So then it doesn't really work with anyone. And that's the kind of the main worry, because if that's the case, they don't make it like a traditional AC, and what we know to be a traditional AC, with the writing, the sort of the depth on which the characters progress and evolve, along with the modern day stuff, along with the whole Assassin's Templar conflict, and that being the forefront. If they miss the mark on that, as I said, they're going to lose appeal to people like us who they're trying to appeal to get back on board. They're not going to probably appeal as much to the newer fans that like the RPG stuff. As I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but like, who are you going to impress? If the game then performs badly, they're just probably going to double down on the RPG stuff, because they're going to be like, well, didn't do well, people love the RPG stuff, and then it will just be a one-off where it kind of didn't appeal to anyone, they carried on with the RPG stuff. So, sorry, but I'll just finish my point and then I'll give you the reins. So, to finish what I was saying, it could save the franchise in a way that people see it that way, or it could just be a one-off that maybe wasn't that good and then it moves on. So it really banks on whether it really does, the writers really do understand what Assassin's Creed really was. It wasn't just hoods, it wasn't just a hidden blade, it was, a character who is fighting, who has dedicated his life to this fight. Why has he done that? And what are these mysterious people in the background that came from years before? And it's in a simulation. There's this guy in modern day, and it parallels, and what's going on with the mystery. That it's all of that. If they kind of miss the mark on that, or it fails to be executed properly, then I don't think it will, as we said, save the franchise. So that's what I have to say about that. Cam, thoughts?
I mean, you were saying about how Valhalla is, to say, like their best-selling game. Yeah, was it? Or
I mean, I did read that
recent years?
I read it like a year ago. I don't know if it is still, but it performed really well, let's just say.
It's a difficult thing. We got to kind of separate the ideas sometimes of like being a cult success and being a financial success.
Yeah.
Sometimes something can sell amazingly, but also like have a really shite reception.
I mean, yeah, that does I can't think of any examples, but
do you remember? Also, there's a bit of what if this is kind of like a bit of bait, like the whole Mirage thing, the way stuff is looking, it could be bait. Do you remember there was a game a couple of years ago that was all based in space, and you could go to different planets? And
No Man's Sky?
No Man's Sky. It could be a No Man's Sky story. We never know.
Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky is a whole other story. When you say bait, do you mean like promising to be one thing and not delivering?
Possibly.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, if they're promising an Assassin's Creed story, but, again, do they understand what that actually means? Or are they just going to let you play as an assassin and it goes off and it doesn't really do what it used to do? I mean, on another note, No Man's Sky actually ended up doing really well.
Yeah, because they fixed it.
They owned up to their mistakes, and it was more just not delivering on content, wasn't it? It was like they said there's going to be massive worlds where you can explore that are going to have this and this, and
like run into your friends.
They said that, and then it just wasn't true. But then they changed it so you could, and you got to respect them for that. To be fair,
The thing is, do you trust Unity to kind of do the same as No Man's Sky if they did fuck it up?
Do you say Unity?
Not Unity.
You mean Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
Yeah, no, not really, because again, it's the thing with No Man's Sky. It was a game that could be sort of always evolving, being able to update it. This is just a one-off single-player game. I think when they've done with it, they might release some patches here and there to fix bugs, because it's probably going to be quite a few bugs. But they can't change the story. The story's written, it's done. You can't change that,
Yeah.
So no, if it misses the mark, that's it. It misses the mark.
Do you think that'll be the nail in the coffin then if it misses?
You mean for everyone or just for me?
For Assassin's Creed. Do you think that'll...
Nah, I think it will...
If they fuck up, that'll, do you think that'll be a write-off for the core fans? Do you think they'll give up hope?
No, because it's such a divided community now, with the RPG fans, that's a lot of people. So if Mirage fails, I don't think it will matter for people like that, and a lot of the most recent games strive off selling to those people. So if Mirage fails to them, I think that's why they're doing it. It's not much. It's low risk, high reward for Ubisoft with Mirage, because if it fails, they're still going to make a ton of money because it's got the Assassin's Creed title on it. Sorry, the coke's giving me indigestion. Like, but and if the RPG fans don't like it, that's fine. A year later, they're getting Codename Red, and they're going to be happy. So, so Assassin's Creed will continue to be a success, I'm sure, unless they run the RPG route into the ground with that somehow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the
all speculation at the moment, all up in the air, you know.
And then Rathsan says, "Do you want me to hold it? Sorry, I feel bad you just holding it the whole time. Well, I don't want you to be like
I'm interviewing you.
I feel like you're my ball boy or something. You know what I'm saying about that?
I'm your ball boy.
But he says Mirage might be the last hope for Assassin's Creed. Either it's the last burn given by Ubisoft or the send-off of the older generation with a banger. They're going for more money in future AC anyway.
You're missing quite a few good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went off on one. I let me go back a little bit. So that was the GTA thing that I read.
It's from Brindle saying, "I've played Far Cry 3, Primal, and 5."
4 Primal.
That's quite a few.
Yeah. I did play a bit of Primal, actually. I forgot about that one, actually, yeah.
Primal was a bit of it took a step in a different direction, didn't it? It was a bit...
I mean, same core elements, but just in a different setting, really, isn't it? Ghost Warrior says, I hope Mirage can revitalise the series. If not, I can bet a lot of people are probably going to stop playing. Yeah, I mean, if Mirage... I'm still obviously going to do loads of videos on Mirage, even if I am, like, disappointed with the game, because we've come so far, and, like, it will be fun making videos. But I don't know where I'll go from there. If I just like, oh my god, this is so bad, I am done with the series. What am I going to do on YouTube? Am I going to move on to something else, or am I just gonna maybe I'll really like it? I don't know. That being said, I'm never going to leave. I'm here forever.
Just have a bit of faith.
I'm gonna be an old man. I'll be like, hello guys, just my 80th live stream. I mean my 800th.
The XR,
yeah.
The XR, bro, come on.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'll be using the same sound effects. So I'll be like, and they'll be like, oh, sorry, I wasn't even a soundbite. I'm just that old.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Yeah. Tomato. Right. Brandon says, I believe this recent delay for Mirage is going to be a good thing. Also, I do want to get into the current recent rumours of another release date type thing or whatever it was. There was a tweet by Tom Henderson. Again, I couldn't make another video on it. I saw a lot of people make videos on it, but I was like, you know what? I've talked about delays and release dates like 3 times in like 3 different videos. It's like, it's just the whole conversation is just moot at this point, because it's like, we don't know until they just give us a release date. Yeah. It's all going to be, yeah, it's this date, then someone else is going to say it's this date, then someone else is going to say it's this date. Okay, well, how much more can I talk about when it might be? You know, it's like...
It's deliberately that way because they never know what they're going to run into while making it, you know? Like, it's easy from a standpoint, outside looking in. Yeah. But I can only imagine what game developers find when they think they're close to saying a release date. Yeah,
I'm sure you run into problems, and you know, then you get the game testers in, and maybe the game testers miss something. I'm sure, because you know, Valhalla came out, not just Assassin's Creed, but lots of games, they come out, they got a ton of bugs, and you think, how did this get through?
Think about the Fallout release.
Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that was. They haven't lived that down yet. That's why Bethesda have to blow it out of the water with Starfield, which is coming out this year. Because if they don't, we haven't, it's been a long time since there's been a really, really strong Bethesda Game Studios game. So they have to do well with Starfield. They have to, because... Yeah, they just do. And I to be honest, I have faith that Starfield's going to be a good game. It looks good. Obviously, it's hard to say if it's going to be good until you get your hands on the game. But I think they understand that they kind of fucked up with 76. And they also understand that, okay, this has to be a good game.
Yeah, they knew it wasn't ready when they released it. Whereas with Ubisoft and, Mirage...
Yeah.
If the stuff that we're seeing from Jonathan is real... At least we have a good indication that it's not that wrecked. It's not that messed up.
Yeah. What do you mean?
with some of the videos and stuff of him, you know, like very basic stuff that he's shown.
Yeah.
There's not random stuff like happening. There's not mad glitches. I know you can't tell that much from like a couple of seconds, but
yeah, and it being blurry and stuff as well. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, whatever he has access to, which again, my theory is that Ubisoft, if you guys are new to, and you haven't heard my theory yet, my theory is that Jonathan, and I will gloss over this because I have said this before to the guys that have already seen, but you know, my theory is that Jonathan is basically marketing for Ubisoft. He's working with them. They've probably given him this sort of footage. They say, okay, we want you to do this sneakily. We want you to allude to things, get people hyped up, get people like me making videos, so that when June 12th when June 12th rolls around, thousands and thousands more people than would usually be are watching.
Yeah.
And then that generates thousands more pre-orders for the game. So it makes sense to me because, you know, Jonathan, and even I saw a comment about this on the video I made about it, that someone was like, this clearly isn't a leak, because if it was, Jonathan posting it would be in a lot of trouble. Nobody just does it with their own persona. But that leads into my theory that, yeah, they wouldn't, because that's risky legally, you know, because you're just saying, I'm the guy who's done it. That's scary, you know. I'm sure you could catch a lawsuit for that or something.
I mean, think about the guy who did it with GTA 6, or what was supposedly GTA 6.
I mean, technically for him, it was the more of the bigger deal was like he hacked in there and he stole it pretty much. Whereas if somebody even just, I mean, Jonathan, it's like apparently someone just sent him this footage and he's posting it, but you're still distributing copyrighted content that is probably under some sort of NDA. So it's like
these huge organizations will find a way to make something stick. Like,
they can.
Think how many lawyers that Ubisoft probably have.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They can just, if they need to find something that will stop you, then they will.
They got their French lawyers, man. They got their French lawyers. So it's like, you know, I feel like it just makes sense to me. And so my theory is that Jonathan is being fed this footage to feed to us to hype up Mirage. He's also French, and a lot of the whole of Ubisoft is basically French, a French company or a Canadian French company, I think. It just makes sense to me. So I don't actually remember where I was going with that, but yeah, I think I had a reason why I was going to say that. I can't remember now. But I was going to answer this question right here. There was a theory. Here it was. It was by Stoikusu. Hey XR, and it's good to see you. I remember you. I have a theory to why Assassin's Creed is posting all kinds of clips from old games and asks questions like, who's your favourite? I'm guessing you're talking about on Twitter. Or what is your favourite? Yada yada yada. Should I spit it out? Go for it, mate. Go for it. Assassin's Creed posts these clips on Instagram with questions, so they read their fans and improve upon Mirage. At least I hope so. I mean, sure, potentially. I mean, personally, I think, because obviously I'm sure the Assassin's Creed Instagram and Twitter and everything is just run by a social media team that have nothing to do with the development. In my opinion, I think it's just marketing to keep every Assassin's Creed on everybody's minds, keep everyone engaging, so that when Mirage is released, or gameplay is shown or more trailers are shown, it will go to everyone's feed. Everyone will be thinking about it, because they're always engaging with the Assassin's Creed Twitter. I think it's just that. It's just keeping up appearances. It's good PR. That's what I think it is. But you could be right. Maybe, you know, in a perfect world, that is why Ubisoft is saying, what's your favourite this, what's your favourite that, because they're gathering data to make games better. I hope so. But who knows? Go on.
They did, the way that I see it, like, well, being in the automotive industry and stuff, and like when we're getting ready at work to kind of make a big announcement or release something, it'll just be random posts fairly similar about stuff that we already do, just drumming up kind of like interactions before we hit that big release, just to keep everything turning over and keep everything live and build an audience on your way up to kind of that big release.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? And even for me, like on YouTube, you know, I've got that Road to Mirage video coming out soon. Yeah, I tell people on the stream, get people knowing about it. I did a little community post with a screenshot from the edit, just saying this is what it looks like. You know, you do that stuff, you ramp it up, so then when it comes out, a lot more people are thinking about it, they're excited for it. You know, you give people updates, and I suppose that's similar with, even though it's not the same game, it's similar to doing it with a whole series. You know, it's like and even for me, like posting my Assassin's Creed shorts of the lore, people watch that, they maybe already know about it, or they find out something new, they like it, and then they go, oh, I just remembered he's live streaming on next week, I'm gonna go tune in now. It's the more engagement you have, the more engagement you're going to have.
It's the way algorithms work, isn't it?
And it's human behavior. Like psychologically, if the more you're on someone's mind, and the more you remind somebody about them, the more likely they are to then give them money. I think it's like I read this somewhere, so I could be wrong, but I think I read somewhere like scientifically, somebody has to see something on average about 7 times before they will then interact with it. So it's like, for me, maybe somebody will see my YouTube video and they that was alright, but they'll move on, or they watch a little bit, or they don't even click on the video, they move on. It's happened 7 times. Eventually something in their brain clicks and then they go alright, and they watch it.
Because say someone, for whatever reason, is familiar with Ubisoft in a different capacity, if they then see 7 things here and there
to do
about
with
Assassin's Creed, they're more likely to jump across and try and play the last game to catch up and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Let me read the chat. When Assassin's Creed Red gets its official name, which one would you like for it to be called? Shogun, whatever, or Tengu? Honestly, mate, I don't know. There's so many different ideas for what it could be called. You know, it might not even be called any of those things.
It's so far in the future that
it's probably going to be called something that is well known, because they want to appeal to the mainstream. They want to appeal to as many people as possible. So it might be something that are words that pretty much everybody knows. Now, I'm not saying like Assassin's Creed Ninjas, because that's a bit corny, right? Then again, who knows? But it might be something similar, like Assassin's Creed Samurai, or like that sounds right.
It'll be a catchphrase, and it's always normally one word, and it'll be something to be buzzy, kind of like.
Is it zoomed in on our faces? Did it zoom in? It looks like it's closer.
Yeah, it is closer.
Alright, bear with. Can you hold
that? I will.
Yeah, I feel like Assassin's Creed Samurai or something is more likely.
It's very Baghdad.
Bruh.
Okay, there we go. I don't know why it zoomed in. That was really weird. Guys, do you like my WrestleMania t-shirt? I got it from the thrift store today. It was 3 t-shirts for £5. Bro, what the frick do you think you're doing, bro?
You know, I don't know how much I can say stuff about with work, but we've got something coming up soon with work that doesn't have a name yet, and I mean it's going to be happening towards the end of the month.
Okay.
It's still not got a name towards the end of the month when it's going to take place. So if you think about the way other corporations work, like Ubisoft, they're going to give it they're going to use as much time and as much runway as they can to come up with a good name, in comparison to just dropping a name like that in, year or so before we know anything about Project Red. Yeah.
I feel like, the Assassin's Creed's always had a very sort of, as I was saying, like a name that sticks with you, that you understand. Unity. You're uniting. Okay, Syndicate, I guess, is a bit different. It's like, okay, everyone knows that word, but like, what does it really mean? You know?
It makes you investigate, like.
I guess. Origins, pretty obvious what that is. He's having a revelation. Again, it's something to look into, but it's a word that everybody knows. It's in the wider world's vocabulary, and they're trying to appeal to as many people in the world. Brotherhood, easy. 2. Black Flag,
yeah.
Pirates. Mirage is it gives you the deserty vibe, the deserty sort of warm, mysterious vibe it gives you, and obviously the mystery around Loki as well, and so it does that. So to me, if I'm just speculating, I'm just going based off of what I believe, and I could be so wrong. I really could be. But I believe Ubisoft will try and do something similar with Codename Red's name, and it will be something that they know is very widely used in the whole world's vocabulary, and they'll say something like samurai, because again, everybody knows what that means, it makes sense to the game. Something like Tengu or Shogun, or however you say it.
Shogun's like, a fair few people will probably know it. But
honestly, I'm saying these words, I don't even know what they are.
It'll be like, well, that's what...
what's a Tengu?
That's what Brandon's saying is... Brandon says basically Shogun is about the shogunate, which are the samurai.
Right.
But Tengu is Japanese for demon.
Okay, interesting. So that's the thing though. It's like it's not a widely used word around the world, where I think the word like samurai is.
Or like Assassin's Creed, like katana or something.
Who knows? You know? Yeah, something like that.
It'll be something like fairly immediate with, especially with the way the names have been going. They're getting more and more kind of understandable as open vocabulary.
Or it could just be something like not to do with the land and the people and the place. It could just be something with the way the story goes. Like there's a, this is actually already a name, like one of the comic books is called this, but like Assassin's Creed Uprising, or so it could be something like Bloodlines, yeah. So it's like it could be Assassin's Creed Triumph or something, it could be anything, or Assassin's Creed. Anyway, we could go on with names for ages, so who knows what it'll be, but...
Speculation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Brandon reminds that Valhalla's codename was Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Which is a Norse mythology type thing. So red, what does red mean? It just, I don't know.
Blood.
Assassin's Creed Blood. Assassin's Creed Splatter.
Bruh.
Oh, yeah.
That is a splatter.
Oh, come on now, Cam.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Oh, classic. We love that. I'd love to sit and watch a live stream, but I have to sleep early tonight. That's all good, mate. I'm going on a 1,000 swarm... I don't know what that means. 1,000 swarm bikers trip.
That's how many people are going to be there, I think.
Your only chance before you leave to military. Yeah, good, bro. Good luck in the military.
Mate,
he commented the other day and said... do you know what? He was saying... Stiokusu, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, was saying in the comments the other day about being in the military... actually sounded really quite a good career path, because he's doing the military stuff, which is great, but the time off, you get a lot of time off.
You get so
like
much
10
experience.
days every. I forget what you said, but
everyone has like modern militaries and not just like fighting wars and stuff like that.
It's a lot of stuff.
So many different skills and stuff that you get nowadays.
Engineering, so
technology,
much.
Everything. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, and the time off sounds really, really good. So I'm happy for you, mate.
Yeah, you can come back and watch this anytime. It is underneath
exactly
lives on the channel.
Don't feel like you have to stay. You can go. You can come watch later on. It's gonna be here still. So, anyway, there's another great name for Red called Bushido, which is a code of honor, or it could be code of honor for both ninja and samurai. Yeah, could be. Assassin's Creed Rising Sun. Yeah, that's something that would ring a bell to a lot of people.
That's a familiar one, yeah.
Yeah. Red is about Oni, the yokai demon. Interesting.
Also, red, you think about the Japanese flag.
Mm-hmm.
It's the red sun is in the middle, isn't it?
Assassin's Creed, white flag with a red dot. That's a good name. Assassin's Creed,
that's the one.
White flag, red dot.
Red Sun, Red Sun racing team from Initial D,
Tenacious D. No. It's very Baghdadi. You pressed the wrong button, mate. Oh, you've turned off. You got to press an unlock to turn it on. Yeah. There we go. It's very Baghdadi. Tomato. This is you've confused me like hell now. I think. Hang on. Yeah, now it's off.
Bruh.
Now it's on.
Oh, come on, geezer.
I have to push them all now, because basically if you push too many, they'll all stay turned on, and then they'll keep looping. Tomato. Right, sorry guys, just got to go through this. It's very...
Let's see what else we got.
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Yo, what?
Yes. He says, I'll definitely catch up to your videos, brother.
Love you,
have
love
a
you.
great rest of your time.
Yeah, have a good time tomorrow. Have a
Yeah.
good biking swarm, or I don't really know what that means, but have a good one.
Take care of yourself out there. You know.
So I think before we get into our AI stuff, I think what we should do is take a look at Tom Henderson's tweet and speculate for Mirage.
Tom Henderson in
So,
the building.
what I'm gonna do is I'll get the tweet up and then I'll switch screens to you guys. But before I read it, I need a PP. Tweeter.
Good heavens.
Oh, I got DM'd it from a subscriber actually. Somebody DM'd me the link, so I'll just do that. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? No. Yo, just a geezer, mate. So guys, I've got the screen up for me. As I said, I'll switch over to you guys in a minute.
Oh, kind of sexy to be fair.
That's Luke, mate. I sent him. I think it was a meme. Bro, do you see it? Do you see it? There it is.
Yes,
Brandon sent me
on,
the
bro.
link. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm opening the link that you sent me earlier. Okay,
go.
so I have it up, but let me go for a PP and then we'll read it. So can you just chat with the boys?
Yeah, I will. I'll chat with the boys.
We'll look at that when I come back.
How are you getting past?
Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know, mate? Alright, guys, I'm just going for a PP. I will be back in like 1 minute. But Cam is going to stay with you guys. So carry on, tell them whatever you want to talk about, preferably AC.
Now, you know, to be honest. Yeah, guys, like, what time is it when we normally stream to you guys in your country? Because where we are, it's like 10 o'clock at night. So I understand when it's like people have to go to bed and stuff like that on the evening. I'll just go up through some of the older comments and stuff. Do you think having a game about Darius instead of Cassandra would have been better on Persia, and some sequence in Greece like Aya and Rome, or a trilogy? Oh my god, I can't read, bro. That's unreal. Trilogy with the first one in Persia, second one in Greece. Yeah, spill it, bro. I mean, who knows where they could have gone with that? Like, there's so many different paths that they can go down with these games, but we see such a single-sided coin. Rising Sun is a good name. Yeah. What was there was an Assassin's Creed game that was like samurai, and that was like single-sided, wasn't it? What was that old Assassin's Creed like samurai game called?
Wait, what?
Do you remember that? It was like a little Xbox. I remember it being on Xbox.
Can we swap seats?
No, we can't.
I like it there.
Oh, let me...
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Are you talking about the Assassin's Creed Chronicles game?
Yeah.
It was just called China, wasn't it? Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. I think. Also, you just know everyone could hear me like piss. Let's be honest. It's not very. It's only over there, the bathroom. But what can you do, eh? What can you do? It's right. Everyone's just getting to know me.
Getting to know your body.
What?
Yeah, it is Chronicles.
Yeah. All right. Should we read the tweet?
Chronicles. What? In the Chronicles trilogy pack, like picture, the guy's got like a KR, like rifle. It's weird.
I don't know why the things weren't showing, but there we go. That's better. So, I don't know what... Okay, so, Tom Henderson said this. It seems like AC Mirage has been internally delayed from August to October. Nexus, AC's VR offering, has also been delayed a couple of months. Now, the reason I didn't make a video on this is just because, like, again, as I said, it's like... people saying this is happening, then they're changing their minds, and they're going back, and then they're going back to that, and it's just like, it will come out in the new year, not the new year, in the Christmas period, I'm sure. As Tom Henderson says, internally delayed from August to October. I don't think that's new news. You know, when we got that recent GameStop leak, if you want to call it that, of the August release date, as I said in my video, I was more certain that was, a speculated guess, an educated guess from the GameStop company or whoever the graphic designer was of that document, or not document, that graphic. And I've always said for a while now that, it's too soon to show gameplay in June and then to release it 2 months later. It's too, that people do it, but for a massive series like AC, they have their ways of doing things. They want that like sort of
hype, they want that desperation.
Well, they want that longer sort of as you said, hype up towards release, which they're only just kind of getting into now. I feel like this is kind of like a soft reboot of the original announcement. Like, it was announced in September, either way too early or something happened. That is another conversation for another day that I've talked about before. And now they're only properly sort of re-revealing it in June. That's the way I see it, with some gameplay, probably with a new trailer. Don't know whether that be CGI or not, but probably with some sort of new trailer accompanied by a gameplay sort of short presentation. So to me, it was always coming out in October or November. So this is nothing new to me, but a lot of people on YouTube were like acting as if this is big news, and they're like, oh my god, guys, it's coming out in October. But it's like, we know this. So I couldn't justify making another video about it. I thought, I don't even want to make another video about the release date, so I didn't. But I thought, we could talk about it here.
It's the same with Nexus. Like, I play a lot of VR. I remember Nexus was, it was kind of whispered about quite a long time ago, the same time that we heard about the Baneworks trilogy, Bane Lab, or like the next game after Baneworks, Bane Lab, and that was over a year ago now, I think, at least. So you know how Assassin's Creed is. They love to kind of build that bridge in terms of hype, and also only smaller game studios can kind of do that thing of like trailer and then drop.
Because I suppose if they're lesser known, it's... Yeah, I know what you're saying, because it's like a lot of indie developers, or not just indie, but a lot of smaller developers, they'll say, this is a trailer for this, E3, or if not E3, it's not on in some sort of press conference, and then it'll say, and it's out tonight. And that's great, because that get everyone, oh my god, let's play it now, and they'll get good numbers. Where if they say it's out in 6 months, people will forget about it, because it's not popular. But I feel like I'm just agreeing with what you're saying, really, and adding to it, and then I'll give it back to you. And then it's like with Ubisoft, because they're already a bigger name, they want it on people's minds for longer. They want to build it up, so it's a different sort of release pattern, I guess.
With the amount of money that they'll use marketing-wise between that space as well, they have plenty of time to get more and more people interested, bring people back to the franchise.
Yeah, exactly. And like we were saying earlier, like they'll have like billboards, they'll be on buses, the side of buses like Mirage. I mean, they might not do that, but they probably will.
And also, you need plenty of time to give people time to kind of pre-order, get excited about pre-orders. Yeah. They'll release extra stuff about any kind of DLC type stuff. It's a lot of games need that kind of staggered window between actual trailer and release.
Yes, 100%. Let me just recheck. Do you think Assassin's Creed Blood Empire is going to be a good name for a Mesoamerican Assassin's Creed game? Yeah, that's a cool name. Blood Empire gives you that sort of gritty sort of, okay, well, this game is going to be about a big war between empires. So
that's like South American, Mesoamerican, isn't it?
I'm not sure. We did read about it a while ago when I was on one of my lives, and I looked into it a little bit, but I can't remember now.
I mean, it's an interesting part of the world to do an Assassin's Creed game on. There's so many different like kind of territories you could go to. You could do something about different countries clashing and possibly like stopping a conflict.
Yeah, and then you can, in the perfect world, weave that in with the Templars and Assassins. Create that story around it. Yeah, no, 100%. So AC game releasing on usual AC time, October, November, is bad? No, that's not bad. I think that's a good thing. Yeah. I mean, if you want a game sooner, then August would be better. But if you want a game, if you don't care, then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, does it? Yeah, I think for as a creator, for me, it's I feel like in a way it's better that it comes out in October because it gives me time from the gameplay to do content on that. And then when the game then comes out, then I do the content on that rather than if it comes out straight away. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong there, but...
Plus, it's kind of a well understood thing that games that release in winter do far better than games that release in the summer. You know, you've got
the Christmas
that period of like, yeah, it's dark outside, not very many people want to go outside, like it might be raining, whatever. So it's more likely to have an audience that's inside and looking at screens longer. Like you said, Christmas and stuff
the
like
sales
that.
of Christmas,
yeah,
presents.
January sales, everything.
Well, like people buying gifts for people for Christmas, you know, that's why people release so many things at Christmas, because sales are always up by probably hundreds of percents at Christmas. Everybody's buying gifts. So I feel like that's the main thing, along with what you said. So yeah, and also because you know what Ubisoft are like, they want money. So it's like they're going to release it at the most profitable period of the year, surely, you know? I just asked Jonathan, will AC Mirage have AC Unity style parkour? And he said no. Let's go. It's funny because I'm talking about this in the Road to Mirage video that's coming soon, but there was originally a tweet made by the Brazilian, was it? Something like that, AC Twitter account. And it basically said, we're looking at Unity as big inspiration for the parkour in Mirage. And then you know what I mean? And there was developers or people who had something to do with the game alluding towards the parkour being much more refined and much more like the older, well, it's not really refined, the Unity parkour. But it's just it being similar to the Unity style parkour, having more reach when you jump, it being a lot more glidey, it being a lot more flashy. But then it's like, from what we saw in that leaked gameplay, the animations of at least running were exactly the same as Valhalla, which I came to the conclusion of after looking at it. What I might do is I might go back to our main screen.
We got to remember that in the grand scheme of things, it is still very early days.
Yeah.
Like early days of any kind of games project, they're going to be looking at a range of different things to get inspiration, and also we don't know what's going to be hard truth and kind of like things that are going to be slight misdirections.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows?
Because one team might be looking at one thing for inspiration, and then the other team looking at another thing for inspiration.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they come together or something, but it's a shame, but I kind of expected Mirage to use mold code. Oh, like the sort of the mold, the code from Valhalla, so maybe it could be, yeah. I'm just reading what this says.
Yeah, I was asking everyone what time it is. Some people...
Oh, you were? Okay,
like,
I wondered why people were saying what
1
time.
1 p.m. No, it's like 11 o'clock for the best game not. For Ghost Warrior, it's 4:10 in the afternoon. Like...
Yeah, I was wondering why people were putting times in. I was like, what's going on? Now that Ubisoft is making Assassin's Creed codename Red, it's set in Japan, it would be compared to Ghost of Tsushima. Could we see an Assassin's Creed codename Wild West, or Outlaw set in this era? Now, there's been talk about the Wild West type AC game before. Now, Ubisoft don't seem to worry about what location fits an AC game or not anymore, so I wouldn't put it past them to make that game. But if you're just talking strictly, you know, would this fit in what we perceive to be an Assassin's Creed game, I feel personally, and I'm not the only one that feels this way, but, you know, I feel personally that it wouldn't really work, because, you know, the Wild West is this sort of outlandish sort of setting, whereas AC, the Assassins vs. Templars was this big political thing set in a very dense state, whereas, you know, a Wild West is a lot more sparse, a lot more, loads of different factions of types of people and stuff like that, and but not just that, gameplay-wise, again, modern Ubisoft would probably do it, but if you were looking at the games like the Ezio games and even up to Unity and Syndicate, it wouldn't work in that era of AC game, because it would be a very empty, desolate world, which is fine in a game like Red Dead 2. But in an assassin game, I just don't think the story, the mystery would work.
Unless it was Wild West times, but like in a fairly already well-developed city or town.
Yeah. But like a bustling city, big city. Yeah,
like Saint Denis, which is where it becomes dangerous because you're already kind of encroaching on Red Dead Redemption's kind of area and time, you know?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying there. Yeah, it's like there's so many things to look at when it comes to like an OG. When I say OG, like a proper at its perfect formula Assassin's Creed game, and I think that perfect formula worked in a setting of a dense city, with the right things surrounding that. So personally, for me, and feel free to disagree with me, I just don't think it would work in Wild West. But as I said, the creators of Odyssey, I wouldn't be surprised if, because obviously there's many different developer teams within Ubisoft. I wouldn't be surprised if the Odyssey developers did a Wild West RPG game or something.
Equally, if you never know, it might be DLC, it could be a spin-off, it could be something. You know, it may not make its own main title, but we could see something that takes us to that time period for a short amount of time.
Well, yeah, like the Rift missions in Unity, one that could have been a Wild West one, and that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Air Shadow says USA cities aren't very well made for AC. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, that was one of the things AC3 struggled with, objectively, was it being set in America. A lot of people thought, well, this is just boring, like just USA, you know what I mean? Not everyone, a lot of people really liked it, but I get it. It's not as doesn't have that same sort of mystique about it, like other games, like Constantinople or even Italy. Like, it has that, and it's not just because it was set further in the past. It just had that the aura of kind of something. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like USA is a bit more like okay, well,
America is still, again, in the grand scheme of things, such a young country in comparison to like Eastern countries and European countries that have been around for a long time and has been inhabited in a long time. You never know, we might get like a Eastern Europe Assassin's Creed next,
Oh, like kind of like Ukraine or something. Yeah. I mean, who knows? I don't know anything about history in Eastern Europe. I mean,
same.
So it would be interesting. That's something I've always loved about Assassin's Creed. It's, a big aspect of it I liked is that it taught me a lot about history. Obviously, not all of it was true because they weave in the assassin stuff, but the sort of backdrop of the older AC games and even the forefront stuff of the newer games, like you do, whether you like a certain Assassin's Creed game or not, you can't deny you're going to learn a lot about history by playing the games.
There's a lot of facts around, like, people do learn a lot from games. Again, Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a study that shows that kids who played Red Dead Redemption 2 knew more about certain wildlife species than kids that didn't.
Oh, really?
They did a study in America that was about it that I put in my dissertation. But yeah, they saw a big correlation between kids that played not Assassin's Creed, Red Dead Redemption 2, and like their knowledge of wildlife and nature.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I see that. Also, while you were saying about your dissertation thing, guys, what do you think? What do you think about this? Right. So, Cam, when he was at university, he did. I don't know why I said like that.
College.
I know why I said like that. He basically did.
Bruh.
Thanks, man. Ah, thanks. He turned it off for me. Thank you. He basically did a dissertation with like a big essay, big exam thing.
7,000 words or something it was.
7,000 words on Red Dead 2. Now, I've been telling Cam for ages, he needs to... Is this a script for a video, pretty much? He needs to turn this into a sick video essay. Doesn't matter how long it is. Could be an hour or something. Just make a sick video. Edit it really nicely. Get all the sick footage to go along with it. voice it nicely, put it into a sick video. I think you should do that. I really do think you should do that. People will love it. If they love the game, they'll love it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Because obviously I'm sure you have to structure it well. So do you think do you think it could translate to video quite well?
Probably. Like, the way that I write is almost written in a way that it's almost prepared to be taken into video format.
Yeah.
And the way that they announced it to us is that you could kind of do it in video form if you wanted to, like write it and then do video.
That's sick.
But I was so close to the deadline that I didn't make the video. But yeah, I could see it translated into a video.
Do you have like a snippet we can read on your phone?
I might do.
Can we read the intro? Just the intro. Get people excited, and if people want to see that, you can make a channel, and you can make the video. I'll shout it out on the stream or on the vid. What do you guys think about that? Do you think you should do it? I think you should. I think you should. Air Shadow says the streets are too narrow and very badly designed. Oh, in USA cities? Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've got it. Keep
Can you not search? Can you not type in like
no, because I think it was on Google Drive.
Okay. All right. Well, if you can't find it, it's all good. But if you do, you do.
I'll keep digging, but we'll keep going. I've got to download Google Drive while we talk. Yeah.
So guys, should we do the AI?
I think it's time.
Time for the AI.
Let's go.
Let's go for like half hour because we need to basically what me and Cam do after we do if Cam comes on a live with me and it's a late one, we go to McDonald's after and we get like a massive burger. We get this, we get that.
You get a massive burger. You love.
I get a massive burger. I get this. I get that. Thing is though, if you eat too much of it, you get a little bit of that. That's what I'm saying.
My poor little car gets fucking clogged up.
It smells of like the greasiest burgers you've ever smelt in your life. But we do that and it's great fun. So we'll have to probably finish this by around 11 so we can get there before it closes and the drive-through. Obviously, we'd love to take you guys with us, but I can't really carry on my computer with me. I can't do that. But you can just imagine. You guys can just imagine an hour after the stream. You guys will know that we're just sat in a car somewhere, just like scanning just all of this food. Okay, so let's do the AI stuff. So, guys, what we're going to do today, standard AI stuff. We love it. I suppose I haven't really thought about the way we could do it. I feel like today we could ask it to just write a massive AI story to do with Assassin's Creed, and then we'll just read that story and see what it comes up with. See if it's funny, see if this, see if that. Sea of Thieves? No, what? So that's what we're going to do. I think it'll be a bit better than doing it like different scripts. We'll just write all of this stuff. We'll say, write a however many page story and we'll read it. So guys, what I want you guys to do, give us any ideas, characters from Assassin's Creed you want in the story, what time period you want it in. It doesn't even have to make sense. It could be Ezio in Unity. It doesn't have to make sense. It could be in the future. Anything. We want names, we want places, we want characters, locations, we want Isu artifacts, we want Templars. Anything you can think of, just chuck it in the chat. Just chuck the word in. We'll add it all in for context with ChatGPT. Yeah. And then we're going to ask the AI software, or whatever you want to call it, ChatGPT, to then turn that weave all of these things into a story, see what it comes up with. We'll read it, we'll have a laugh, or maybe we'll be like, oh my god, this is amazing writing. Who knows? It'll be great fun. Get going in the chat. I'll probably add some of myself get it going. What's up?
My university is obviously like clearing down everyone's accounts and has deleted all the stuff from Google Drive, so I don't think I have it anymore.
They deleted your 7,000 word video script.
Yeah.
They are what? Why would they do that?
Yeah, but I think they paid like thousands in Google Drive storage.
Bro, you should have made a backup of that. Oh my god, you lost it.
Fuck it, who knows?
You gotta rewrite it, man. You gotta rewrite it.
I'm not doing it.
Mate, that's so sad.
Fuck that, bro. I think I have it on a website somewhere. I do. For another day.
Bruh.
Bro.
Bruh.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Come on, geezer, mate. Get your scripts ready.
Cry every time.
Oh my god, look, when I push these buttons, it's getting typed in the thing.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Tomato, tomato.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Right. So. Okay, Ghost Warrior says, I know this would be far-reaching, but it would be cool to see an Assassin's Creed in the style of the Metro series, if you're familiar with it, like post-apocalyptic. I'm just thinking, sorry, I was just thinking then. Yeah, no, for real. I think it would be... What as ChatGPT to do that if you want.
Let's do it.
I must say, should we get to be Dan again? Dan does the best stories, right?
Let Dan cook already, bro.
Right, let me go back to my main screen. I'll get the ChatGPT sorted and then we'll come back to it. Sorry, I was doing some like elevator music or something.
In a long time.
Oh my god, what is that face? This is me from like 3 years ago with my old hair. Bruh, what? Wait, let me see if that showed up on screen. I look like AI software, mate. That's ChatGPT right there.
Hold on, there you go.
Bro, that is what ChatGPT looks like. Should we zoom in? Bruv, what is that?
Look at them cheeks.
Look, that was when I was like pretty much ginger. Jesus.
Why are your eyes like
Cal Kestis looking ass.
Your eyes are like...
The AI... that is an AI character, that really is. Why did I take it like that?
You know those like photos where it's like a computer generated person. It's like, this is what scientists think people look like.
in a million years. When AI takes over, that is the AI. Oh my god. Funny. So funny. Alright, I'm getting the ChatGPT sorted. Oh, classic. Why have you got all these photos of me? Is this like your wank bank or something?
Yeah, obviously.
Bro, why am I in your wank bank? Jesus, you got to show the people if you're gonna show me. You got to. Okay, I'll say I've gone back to the. Okay, guys. Okay. So.
No, this is even more historic, bro.
Can you?
It's a bit
Wait,
part of a vlog.
If it has copyright music on it, doesn't it? So don't play. Can you write a... How many words? 500 words. Nah, that's not very long. 1,000 words. Let's start with. Word story. Fictional story. Can you guys see what I'm typing?
Red Rover, I tell you.
I might have to
5,000 word story to come over.
Oh, you can see it. Can you write a 1,000 word fictional story set in the Assassin's Creed universe? Oops. Oh my god, create. The following words.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Following words are context for the story and... Where you going, mate? Where you? No, you can't. Who said you could go? Jokes, mate. Have a good one. Cam's just going to the bathroom. The following words are context for the story and people/places are things I want you to add in the story. Okay, I'm giving it the rules. I'm now going to put context. I know my face might be cutting off this part of the writing, but I'm saying context, and we're going to add Ethan Bang. What's up? What's up, bro? Good to see you. Mr. Enigma, good to see you. I don't know if you're already in the chat or not. Mr. Enigma says, where is the photo? Do you mean the one my mate Cam just showed? That was me like 2 years ago in 2020. I used to have my hair down. It used to be completely different. And this is dyed, like the top is dyed black. I mean, it's kind of fading a little bit now, but my natural color is like a chestnut brown. But I originally, in lockdown during Corona, I was going through this whole sort of thing where I was like, well, no one's gonna see. I want to test something out, so I dyed my I dyed my hair red. I kind of liked it. I don't think I'll go back to it, but I did like it. And then I bleached it out to try and get rid of the red, and it went ginger, and that was like a picture when it was ginger. Anyway, okay, context for the ChatGPT Assassin's Creed story. I was going to use the Isu era from what Air Shadow said, I think. Somebody said it. I was reading it. The best gaming otter says AC game set in Isu era. Okay. Story set in Isu era. I'll add characters after. So context, story set in Isu era, serious. Oh my god, serious. Oh my god. Bruh. My spelling, bruh. Serious tone. But don't be afraid to be a bit lighthearted here and there. Hearted here and there. Alright, that's the story context. I'm just going to change it to context to story context, and then I'm going to add characters. Ezio. Altair, why not?
You're throwing all the big names then?
Basim, why not? Throw me an AC character. Anyone. Main
Cassandra.
Side. Fucking hell,
nah,
bro.
nah.
I can add her.
Connor, mate. Throw Connor.
Randvi. She's like, she's just this woman that you like shag in Valhalla.
Might as well play Sophia, and you know.
An arc is complete, or whatever he says, and the wind calls me back to Randvi. Who? Sophia?
Red Rover told Randvi to come over.
Randvi. Sophia. Alright guys, what are you guys give us any? Nikolai from AC the Fool, why not?
Mate, they're all getting thrown in.
Nikolai? Sorry, I don't know why I did that accent. Shay. There's gonna be so many characters, it's gonna be like the Avengers or some shit. Shay. No, Shay. Rodrigo Borgia. Oh no. Fuck it. We're just gonna add like everyone, see what comes up. And then Mr. Enigma throws in a curveball when he says, I heard a rumor that maybe they will show AC news in the Sony showcase. Maybe they'll show like a teaser trailer and then gameplay at Ubisoft. I don't know. Layla. Yes, bro. Layla. We love Layla, bro. Which I'm joking.
Bruh. You love her, be honest.
Layla. Alright, fuck it, that'll do.
Otherwise we're gonna be here, like, swapping back and forth so much.
Bro, it's gonna get so confused, I swear. Anyway, fuck it, let's see what it says. We'll read this. Come on. Sure, I can definitely do that for you. Here's your 1,000 word fictional story set in the world of Assassin's Creed Universe. Oh my god, this is gonna be scarily awful, probably. Should wait for it to generate and then read it.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of writing that's running up.
Fuck it, I'll just read it. We can take turns maybe reading it. Like I'll read a paragraph, you read a paragraph. Yeah? Alright, cool. Okay. The Isu era was a time of great turmoil and uncertainty. The Isu, a highly advanced and technologically advanced civilization, so they knew that, had ruled the world for millennia. However, their civilization was destroyed by a catastrophic event, leaving the world in ruins. In the centuries that followed, a new order emerged, with the Isu's technology and knowledge buried deep beneath the surface of the earth.
Oh, the amount of names that I got to name now. Ezio, Altair, Basim, Connor, Ranvi, Sophia, Nikolai, Shay, Rodrigo, Borgia, Arno, and Layla. Were all legendary assassins.
Well, not really. Especially seeing Shay and Rodrigo are Templars.
Ranvi, my favourite.
Yeah, Ranvi's just a Viking, bro.
Each with their own unique skills and abilities. They have been brought together by a strange twist of fate, each called upon to help unlock the secrets of the Isu era.
Of the Isu era? Oh, I'm using the wrong laptop. I was going like that. The journey began with Ezio, the suave and charismatic Italian assassin who had been sent on a mission to retrieve a powerful Isu artifact from the clutches of a ruthless Templar leader. With the help of his trusted allies, Ezio was able to overcome the Templars' defences and claim the artifact for the Assassin Brotherhood.
Meanwhile, Altair, the stoic and focused master assassin, had been tasked with infiltrating a Templar stronghold to retrieve a vital piece of Isu technology. Despite encountering heavy resistance, Altair was able to overcome his foes and claim the technology for the Brotherhood.
As the two assassins continued their quest, they were joined by Basim, a mysterious figure who claimed to have the knowledge of the Isu era's deepest secrets. Basim led a group to a hidden Isu temple, where they discovered a wealth of knowledge and technology that had been lost for millennia.
However, their journey was far from over. Along the way, they encountered a host of new allies and enemies, including Connor, the Native American assassin, Ranvi, the Viking warrior, Sophia, the brilliant scientist.
I think she was like just a clever lady. She was a librarian.
She was a scientist.
Okay. Alright, fair enough.
Nikolai, the Russian spy, Shay, the former assassin turned Templar.
Do you know, they did a good job of knowing.
Borgia, the corrupt pope, and Arno, the French revolutionist.
So, like, it's quite cool how they just know
It's
this.
very Baghdadi.
Yeah, hell yeah. As they emerged... Wait. No, where were we?
Revolutionists.
Oh shit, I missed like...
Together,
the group battled through treacherous terrain, ancient ruins, and hidden temples, always on the lookout for the next clue that would unlock the secrets of the Isu era. Along the way, they encountered countless obstacles and challenges, from fierce battles against heavily armed Templar soldiers to mind-bending puzzles that tested their intellect and wits.
Yet, despite the dangers they faced, the group never lost sight of their ultimate goal, to unlock the secrets of the Isu era and use their knowledge to shape the future of humanity. In the end, their efforts were rewarded, and they emerged from their journey with a newfound sense of purpose and determination. They're just like, going over the
it's
same
just like,
thing,
come on, like, they had to fit 1,000 words in. It's like what we used to do, isn't it? Well, I wanted it to be like an actual story, like, he speaks to someone.
Did you put a script in there?
No, I put story. I'm just trying to think of a better way to word it. Like, all right, let's try something else. Let's try like, make a not to story maybe isn't the word. I'll say make a story with dialogue, with characters, with setting.
Make a bedtime story with.
All right. No, because it would just be something like that, wouldn't it? All right, let me go. I'll put bedtime. We put bedtime story. With about Assassin's Creed. Make sure to
go into depth.
Well, include dialogue, setting, description. Setting description. I put ... Basically, make it a proper novel. Then I'll put ...
What characters are you gonna do?
1,000 words. Let's just see what comes up with.
Okay.
Let's just see. Maybe we were too specific earlier and they had to cram it all in. Well, we did do an Avengers cast of characters. All right.
Oh, they're going in depth now.
All right. I'll. Do you want to start and do that paragraph, or shall I do
Okay.
that? Like, what you want to start?
Yeah.
I'll do the next paragraph then.
Once upon a time.
Oh my god! Like everybody, like so many, pretty much everybody left. They're getting bored with this shit. We got one person still here. All right, whatever. Let's carry on.
Once
People
upon a
watch anyway.
time, in a world of shadows and secrets, there lived a band of legendary assassins. They were masters of stealth, experts in combat, and sworn to protect the innocent from the corrupt and powerful. Their names were whispered in fear and respect, for they were guardians of the free and defenders of the just.
It was a moonlit night in Renaissance Italy, and Ezio Auditore da Firenze was on a mission. He crept through the twisting streets of Florence, his dark robes blending in with the shadows. His target was a corrupt merchant who had been using his wealth and influence to oppress people and the city.
As he approached the merchant's palace, Ezio heard a faint rustling sound behind him. He spun around and his hidden blade at the ready, but saw nothing. He shrugged it off and continued on his mission.
Oh, come on, geezer.
You know? As he approached the merchant's palace, Ezio heard a faint rust. Did we already read that?
I just read that.
Oh my god. Oh.
Bruh.
Once inside the... Did I do it again?
No, it once inside.
Okay. Once inside the palace, Ezio quickly dispatched the guards and made his way to the merchant's chambers. He burst through the door, ready to strike, but he found himself face to face with a woman?
Who are you? Ezio demanded.
And he said
his hand
this.
still on his hidden blade.
He said...
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
And then he said...
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
Yeah, that's what he said. Okay. Did you say the I'm Sophia part?
No.
I am Sophia, and I'm here to help you.
Ezio was taken aback. He had never worked with anyone outside the Brotherhood before, but something
He's a virgin, basically. He's basically a virgin.
But something about Sophia's
Bruh.
calm demeanour and piercing blue eyes put him at ease.
Together, they made their way through the palace, taking out guards together, taking out guards and dodging traps.
Bruh.
As they went, Sophia told Ezio about her own quest for knowledge and truth.
Oh, come on, geezer.
And he found himself drawn to her in a way that he had never been drawn to anyone before.
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
Finally, they reached the merchant's chamber. Ezio sprang into action, dispatching the guards and delivering justice to the corrupt merchant. As they left the palace, Sophia turned to him.
It's very Baghdadi.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Bruh.
Okay, where is that? I have something to show you, she said.
Bruh.
Leading to a nearby rooftop, she pulled out a strange phallic-shaped device. Unlike anything Ezio had seen before.
What?
Wait.
Bruh.
Wait. You go and read it.
This is an animus. Sophia
Bruh.
said, it can show you memories of your ancestors, their lives, their battles, their secrets.
Ezio was intrigued. He had always felt a strong connection to his ancestors. Okay. And the idea of learning more about them was irresistible. So was Sophia.
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
Together, he and Sophia climbed into the animus and began their journey through time. I think this is just like a euphemism for like they fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Phallic object.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Yeah. Oh, your turn, mate.
They watched as Altair battled the
This is
Templars
so
in the
weird.
Holy Land. As Connor fought for justice in the American Revolution. As Arnie navigated the treacherous politics of the French Revolution.
So they got to see into the future?
They saw everything about it.
Jesus.
Each memory was more thrilling than the last. And Ezio found himself drawn deeper and deeper into the past.
Starting to sound like a crackhead.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Hey. Okay. Finally, it was time to leave the animus.
Oh my god, bro.
As night wore on, Ezio and Sophia talked and laughed, sharing stories of their own lives and adventures. They watched the stars overhead, and Ezio felt a sense of peace and contentment that he had never felt before. Your turn.
Bruh.
Your turn.
Finally, it was time to leave the Animus and return to the present day. But as Ezio climbed out of the vise, he knew that his journey was far from over. With Sophia by his side, he would continue to fight for justice and freedom, to protect the innocent and bring down the corrupt.
So, apparently now, the Animus technologies had been created in Renaissance Italy, and they could see into the future.
And Sophia randomly had it.
And Sophia was just like some like badass, like killing people, and she just had the Animus. She's like, oh, this is an Animus, by the way.
She just found it in the library, like.
Yeah. Technically, like down to a minute technical factor, it's kind of possible because there is a time-traveling piece of Eden, which I made over on the shorts section of my channel and on the TikTok, the Exile. I actually made a video, well, a little bit short about this, the time-traveling piece of Eden. So, Sophia could have used the time-traveling piece of Eden to go into the future, take the Animus, take it back. Technically, if you're... But obviously, no, it's just dumb as hell. But you know what I'm saying. I find it interesting how they, like, know things and they also just get things so wrong. It's quite funny. Did we finish?
No, you haven't finished yet.
Oh, shit. My bad. And as he drifted off to sleep that night, he knew that his ancestors were watching over him, guiding him on his journey and giving him strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For he was an assassin, and his legacy was one of courage, of honor, and of the unbreakable human spirit that would guide him on his journey towards a better future. The end.
Access the Animus released new video about the story of Basim. 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
So
should we have a look? Should we react to it?
Goose Warrior says, so far, not bad.
I mean, I think he said that before we got to the whole Sophia's got an Animus part.
Bro.
Right. One more thing, right? One more thing. Write a romance between... Wrote a romance between... Oh my god.
Bruh.
Wrote a romance between... Oh my god! Spell properly the Exile, mate. Spell
oh my
properly.
god, the Exile, bro. Come on now.
Okay. Write a romance between...
That's just how...
Bruh.
Write a romance between, let's say, Cesare. How do you spell Cesare? Is it like... Cesare. It is gonna be how you spell it. I know it's not correct. Cesare Borgia and Layla Hassan. Love Layla. Write a romance between Cesare Borgia and Layla Hassan.
Them the ones.
He a Templar. And she a... It's bad grammar, I know.
That boy.
I want to see what it comes out with. We got a few more people joined after that. After we've read this, we're gonna have to go.
Indeed.
It's working.
It's working. I feel it.
I feel it riding up in my panties. Why did I say that?
Oh, come on,
On live
geezer.
stream.
Why the fuck did I say that?
On live stream.
Bruh.
Thanks, man. 211.
2-1.
Alright, shall I read the beginning of this? Do you want me to just read it to you?
Yeah, do it. Randall's and Charlie.
Cesare Borgia was a man of great power and ambition. He had risen to become one of the most feared and respected Templars in all of Italy,
Truly.
commanding armies and wielding influence that few others could match. But there was one thing missing from his life: love. Layla Hassan was an assassin, a fierce warrior dedicated to the cause of freedom and justice. She had seen the worst in Templars, their greed and corruption, and had sworn to bring them down no matter the cost. But when she met Cesare, something changed. It started as a chance encounter, a meeting in the streets of Rome. She guessed she was in the Animus or something, I don't know. Cesare had been pursuing a lead on the location of an important artifact, while Layla had been on a mission to gather information on Templar activity in the area. They clashed briefly, exchanging sharp words and even sharper blades.
Damn.
But as they fought, something sparked between them. There was a chemistry, a tension that neither could deny. Cesare saw in Layla a fierce spirit and determination that matched his own. Layla saw in Cesare a man of honour and strength, someone who would challenge her in the way she had never been challenged before. As they parted ways, both of them found themselves thinking about the other. Over the weeks and months that followed, they began to see each other more and more frequently, crossing paths on the streets of Rome or in the midst of battles between the assassins and
Not in Rome.
the Templars. Jesus, the story's long. Their conversations grew longer, deeper, more intimate. They talked about their dreams and their fears and their hopes and their regrets. They shared stories of their childhoods, their families, their past loves. They learned more and more about each other and found themselves drawn together in ways they could not explain.
Oh, come on, geezer.
Thanks, mate. And then, one night, it happened. They fucked. They were walking...
Bruh.
They were walking through the gardens of the Vatican, the moon shining down upon them, when Cesare took Layla's hand and pulled her close. Their eyes locked, and in that moment they knew what they both wanted. Oh shit. They kissed, long, deep and passionate. There was a hunger between them, a desire that had been building for so long. They broke apart, breathless and smiling, and Cesare whispered to Layla, I know you're supposed to be the enemies. I know we're on opposite sides of war, but I can't help how I feel about you. I love you, Layla. I want to be with you, no matter what. Layla looked upon him, tears in her eyes, stink in her nose. I love you too. Oh, I love you too, Cesare, she said. But we can never be together. Our loyalties, our beliefs, they will keep us apart. No, Layla, we can find a way. We can make this work. We can change things together.
It's very Baghdadi.
I'll renounce my position as a Templar. I'll join the assassins if that's what it takes. Just don't leave me.
Tomato.
That's what Layla says. And so they began a secret affair, meeting in hidden places, stealing moments of passion whenever they could. They knew it was dangerous, that they were making mistakes, but they couldn't help themselves. They were in love and nothing else mattered. Oh, you fucked that shit, bro.
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
But their happiness was not to last. One day they were meeting in a secluded garden. They were discovered by a group of Templars, a battle ensued, and in the chaos, Cesare was killed. Ezio killed him. Layla was devastated. She had lost the man she loved, the man who had been her enemy, and her. And it stopped.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
And then, I'm going to finish the story myself. She woke up from the animus. I'm going to flick back to the main screen. She woke up from the animus. She was like, shit, it was just all a simulation. Cesare died hundreds of years ago and I'm... Let's throw a curveball here. Turns out she was actually a lesbian.
Tomato.
Actually, wasn't Layla actually a lesbian? I think she was like... She was kind of going out with the woman she killed with the staff. Am I getting that wrong?
I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
Get down before I throw you down.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied.
Anyway.
So far, not bad.
No, that was from earlier.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, guys, we're going to leave it there today because...
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
We're going to leave it there because me and Cam have got to get to McDonald's before it closes. We've got an hour. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Should we chill it with the... Cool it with the sound effects?
Nah.
Why don't you make them yourself? Oh, no. Okay, we'll go back to those. Anyway, guys. Oh, no. Bro, what are you doing to my screen, man? What are you doing to my screen, man? Anyway, guys. We love you. Yeah, can you not? Can you not, mate? Can you not? No, it's the soundboard. It's the soundboard. Love you guys. We will see you soon. May the Fire of Understanding guide us. I've got videos coming out in the future. One thing I will quickly say while I remember. Two things. The road to Mirage, I've decided it makes more sense to wait for gameplay to come out and then incorporate gameplay at the end of the video. So that's what I'm going to do. So it'll be now coming out just after gameplay. A big video essay. It's going to be great. It's coming together nicely. Also, I'm thinking, because I feel like the videos are received better this way and I enjoy them more, I'm starting to try and go into the more sort of the routes that I'm going with these supercut videos. Like when I do the intro to the supercut videos, like my most recent video, I'll do a bit of jokes, a bit of this, bit of that, show my face. I'm thinking when I talk about Mirage gameplay or I talk about whatever, I do a normal Mirage video, I do a normal video in general, I'm thinking instead of just voiceovering and putting gameplay up, I might weave in showing gameplay also with my face, doing some jokes, doing some cool edits. I'm gonna play with it and I'm gonna see how it works with my next sort of normal video. And let me know what you think when you see it. And maybe I'll just go back to normal commentary, or maybe I'll stick with a new style. I'm just trying to broaden my horizons, make my content better. So I don't know, but if you want an example of what I mean, my most recent video kind of does that. But again, instead of having just that style with supercut videos, I'm trying to have that style maybe with normal videos as well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, Cam, you got any parting words? Cam's over. He's on his phone. He's watching some AC stuff.
Excel.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
You're in that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Comes
That
up with
was
you
the
with
first thing that I ever did on your channel.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I love you. I think there's just 2 people watching right now, but that's fine. Love you guys. We will see you soon.
Your sweet, sweet head.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Right, guys, we love you. We will.
I thought that was the mod.
Thank you, man. We'll see you soon. See you next week.
Take care, guys.
See you next week,
Love
and
you.
see you between that time as well. Take care. Take care.